Hey, welcome. The third installment of the Unearthing Darkness for Iron Bonehead. Now, I rectified the situation already, but I've been talking about Iron Bonehead and clearly missing another label, and that is Nuclear War Now. All the updates at least have one or two releases from that label, and since they are working together retroactively, this is the Iron Bonehead Nuclear War Now, because those two labels, and especially the latter one, has had a fantastic year with fantastic releases. So it's only right that we pay homage to that label. On the record player is Sylvester Anfang, with Echte Vlaamse Geten, a Belgian collective that had a few incarnations. Sylvester Anfang 2, ritualistic drone pieces, a lot of bells, whistles, whatever you want. There will be more coming from this band in the future or the near future. Let's see. Like I said, this is the Unearthing Darkness, and this was a order that kept running because I was waiting for two records just like the last time. So this is no different. So two records I've been waiting for, and then some that I got to pick up along the way since the updates kept coming in. Let's start with a Iron Bonehead release. This is Htaed with They Ride Along. Austrian black metal band with some, to say heavy metal influences is a bit much, but there is some of that. They get compared to bands like Moloch Payton maybe or something like that. So in that style or in that genre or in that niche of black metal. Austrian Kinga is another band that comes up when people talk about them. So yeah, Austrian black metal, magic. It's about magic. It's about all that weird shit, and they caught my eye when they played Invicta. They played a cool set. The singer's kind of dressed like a jester, painted white, and very, very movable, very limber on stage. Seitanist also spoke highly of them, and then I decided to pull the trigger. They had a promo tape in 2017, I think, self-released, and then Iron Bonehead picked them up. So this is the guy on here. You can see it a little bit in the forest picture. So yeah, witchcraft, magic are the themes running through here. There are a lot of names on here, but I think it's easier to read it. But yeah, cool printed inner. So yeah, that's the first full length from these guys. I think it's cool that Iron Bonehead picks up something like this, which brings variety to their stable. There was a purple edition out of 100, I think the black is out of 500. A 10 release, final wise, not music wise or sound wise, but yeah. Very good record that I enjoyed a few times already, and that will be played again. Not recently, but repeatedly. It makes me wonder if the promo also sounds this great. It's not really a demo, so it's not classified as a demo, so not sure what that's about. I'll have to dig in. So Htaed. Htaed, yes. Z-I-S-S-A. Then, no video is complete without a skill release, it seems. This is Owlsblood with Cold Night of Meditation. And let's get it out of the plastic so there's no glare. Originally released, this is a Spanish band. It's raw black metal from Spain, in the vein or categorized with Ostos and those kind of bands. This was first released through Skill and through his previous label. I'm blanking on it now. Maybe it's on here somewhere. That section, that's it. That section and Altar Productions, and now it's Skill and Altar Productions that teamed up again to bring this beast. Yeah, very good vocals on this. I haven't heard it as much as some of these records, so I am not really equipped to describe it fully or to describe it well. But great that it got re-released, because this is a $80 or €80 record. 6 tracks, mournful recitations called Night of Meditation, Old Trees. So, yeah. Composed between 2012 2013. So there it is. Very, very worth picking up. There are copies floating around here and there, but once again, a lot of people were waiting for this one, so I think it will go. Cold Night of Meditation, Owl's Blood. Spanish band. Bits of that triumphant sounds here and there, but raw and more scratchy, not as big. So yeah, I guess lo-fi-ish is the way to describe it. But very good songs on this one. So yeah, good on them to re-release this badass. Then one of the albums of the year qualifiers, or the not album of the year, but the top. Speaking about a triumphant sound or triumphant build-up in songs, but then destroying itself by just scratch, hiss guitar, static guitar, running throughout this entire record. This is Daishi with Daishi. So a self-titled album on Folkwangig Records from 2019. Folkwangig is an American label. It piqued my interest. The cover came up a few times on social media platforms, I think, Instagram maybe. But it was kind of, yeah, divided on the cover. I kind of liked it, but it was kind of a weird looking painting, but I decided to pull the trigger because it was an expensive record to get in America, shipping wise. But then when I mailed them, they said Iron Bonnet will get a copy, so this is one I've been waiting for in that label. 2 members, Yurei on vocals and Visionary, and Han Kirisuto, Oni channeling instruments and medium. No statements, that is real, that is coming. So yeah, a very good record. The sound doesn't change throughout the entire record, sort of. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 6 or 7, it's all in Japanese. I don't think they're from Japan. I'm not sure. They have that samurai theme going, but like I said, the static guitar tone that runs through this thing is makes it really, yeah, interesting. There is Japanese war masks on the center labels. Very mysterious duo. Nothing much to tell because there's just nothing. No, I don't even know where they're from. So yeah, let's keep it that way. If they don't want that shit, you know, to be out there, let's not look into it. But what is out there is this record, and this is, you have to, I mean, you don't have to do anything, but I can recommend it for people who like the shit I am into. So yeah. Another one that is from the raw category, but there is a difference between Raw 2018 and Raw 2019 in my opinion, because Raw 2018 was more the perverse homage scene and all variants. I think it's been lifted out of that real lo-fi howling cavernous, and it's been pulling back a little bit. Not everybody, of course, not everything, of course, but one of the projects that I've already talked about on the in the Dead Cult video is Lamp of Murmuur, and this is their second. They did 3 demos or 3 releases this year, and this is the second one, I think. Which the tape came out. It's confusing. The tape came out on Dead Cult, if I'm not mistaken. Dead Cult, yeah, and not Cult. Did the final version? I don't know. It's, like I said, it's confusing. Not Cult did the vinyl version, and I think Dead Cult did the tape version. So yeah, a record that also was not really expensive. I see a lot of people complaining that they missed it, but this was up for about a month on Not Cult, on their, I think, Big Cartel or whatever side it is. It is just a printed sleeve. This was screen printed, but nothing on it. This was, he told us that it was coming out some time ago, but it took a while, I guess, to print the sleeves. It is nothing fancy, but it is a very good print, very beautiful print, full of color. What is also good about it, sorry, is that it has a inner sleeve, so it has a bit more, not an inner sleeve, a lyric sheet with an extra picture on there. And yeah, in the raw or in the more lo-fi stuff, this is, in my opinion, for this year, some stuff that came to the top, or rose to the top of all the old bands or projects. This and Valak maybe. Listen to the Valak again, and that one song, I'm not sure, it's something with Mankind that keeps coming up in my heavy rotation. So yeah. Black vinyl, really good pressing. I think 140. It's a bit standard, but it feels good and heavy. Nice pressing. Yeah, like I said, I went from not having anything at all by this project to now having both the, well, not full length, but both the records. And I mean, it's only a matter of time before that first demo or that first EP also comes through on a vinyl edition. So yeah, didn't manage to grab the tapes, but I got my grubby little hands on some cool vinyl editions. We're almost through, believe it or not. I have 3 records left, or 2 in a box set that kind of qualify my rant in the beginning about that Iron Bonehead, Nuclear War Now, cooperation, and me not giving it to Nuclear War Now. These are 3 releases that they both did, which are actually on Nuclear War Now, but can are divided or provided through Iron Bonehead, which is the European hub, if you don't know. This is Departure Chandelier with Napoleonic War Black Metal. The tape came out 2011 as an edition of 500 tapes on Tour de Garde. So the weird thing is that, well, the weird thing, it's not that I'm omni-knowing or omnipresent, but the weird thing is it never showed up, and I've been heavy into Tour de Garde for a while. Plus the fact that there are 500 of them kind of makes it weird. Yeah, that it never popped up on my radar until it hit Nuclear War Now. But like I said, or like I say, sometimes you can't know everything. This is that demo, if you will. The vinyl treatment, of course, got picked up after Nuclear War Now did their full length, I think this year, Rise of Napoleonic, something like that. The Black Crest of Death, The Cold Red of War by Departure Chandelier or by Lamb. Yeah, Side Noblemen, Side Sadists. There are 2 tracks on here, The Black Crest of Death and The Cold Red of War. And then Concentrating the Flame of Resistance. There's a lot of texts and material. Cover is beautiful. The spot gloss or the gloss finish on this thing is immaculate. Works really well with the artwork. There are a lot of things in here. This is one I added. This was a flyer. Yeah, for the 12-inch. It says Sadist on here, so I was thinking there was going to be another thing coming, but I guess this is it, because the Black Crest of Death, the Cold Red of War. On the backside is one of the biggest or the best fests I've seen this year, Hospital Fest. I think I showed this already. Then there is just to drive the point home, Iron Bonehead and Nuclear War Now. What have we done this year? Flyer. There is the printed text and lyric sheet. The Torture of Life. That's kind of heavy. So yeah, Sadist. For those who don't know, this is the band around or including Dominic Furno. I don't know who the other guys are. His black metal project. He has Ashpool and stuff like that, which is also black metal, but kind of on the fringes of. This is, in my opinion, his most black metal project to date, maybe. There is a very weird looking poster of, I think it's Dominic, but I'm not sure, with the red eye and the cake mask. Yeah, that is something to scare the children. Yeah, this is the start of that project. You can hear where they are going with this, and like I said, a 2-tracker in preparation of the full length, which came out very, very late, considering this is 2000 and, what did I say, 12 or 11? 11. Like they do lately, this is a clear, very crystal clear version of that record, and the rest is in black, and I think it's already been repressed, maybe, I'm not sure, because Departure Chandelier, as you all know, it flies off the shelves like a lot of releases on Nuclear War Now, especially those more limited or the die-hard versions, but they repress everything, so, you know, to have it clear or to have... weird thing is, clear is limited, and only thing I see on Instagram or stuff like that are people showing clear, so I think black is more limited. Featuring members of Arkitsa and Ashpool, of course. Arkitsa's maybe the most black metal thing. 2010 demo recorded at grave level behind the old cemetery in Manhattan. Hail Dark Forces, Napoleonic War, black metal. So yeah, a very good companion piece to the full length that came out. Then a new EP by Volan, El Tigre del Sur. There we go. Black Twilight Circle, Sepulcro Negro. I think it came out on Sepulcro Negro as a tape version, like they always do. Volan maybe the more or the most prolific from the entire thing. He had a full length, or they had a full length 2015-16. That weird title. Then there was a split that they did for the European tour, and now there's a new EP. El Tigre del Sur, Mi General Zapata, I think. Iron Bonehead, Nuclear War Now, Volan with the circle. Yeah, a 2-part EP, and if you go on YouTube, first comment is the best black metal EP ever. That is a bold statement. It's his statement, not mine. I don't know who did it. But it is a very, very good 2-track EP. Love the cover. And maybe that is General Zapata. I love this guy, his face. He is not looking forward to what is coming at all. Very good quality, very good cardstock, flooded in black. Music-wise, if you know Black Twilight Circle, there won't be too many surprises in here. It is very grandiose, bombastic. The guitar definitely has that Mexican twang. I don't know if that is the right way to describe it, but that's South American. I was talking about Baphomancia and the other tape yesterday, and all I could think about at that time was Latin, but it's South American influenced or South American black metal influenced. But yeah, there is a lyric sheet with some more freedom fighting photos. And yeah, this is, like that comment said, a very good EP. And a very good, once again poster, a very good addition to the Volan catalog. The guy again with the cool face. There were 2 versions of this. I'm not sure limitation wise, I think it was 250, but I'm not sure. This is a one-sided 45 RPM, and then there is a Black Twilight coiled snake etching, or the logo of the Black Twilight Circle, if you will, but they have a few. I hope that kind of shows up. So yeah, there is still a plethora of this available on both sides. I think Iron Bonehead has vacation time now, so it opens January 6th, I think. They still have the Daishi, so look into it if you want to do yourself a favor. And then the this is a thing I didn't think I was going to get, because this was made for that Nuclear War Now Fest, Never Surrender, I think. So this is the die-hard package for the 3 first Goatpenis, the first Bloods demos. This is a cloth bag that holds all 3 of those demos. And yeah, I thought it was going to be sold out at Fest, but then the Nuclear War Now updated and they had it in the store, so I didn't pick it because it was kind of expensive and then shipping wise. But Iron Bonehead updated and they had it too, so I grabbed it then. Yeah, camo cloth bag. There is a badge sewn on the cover, and like I said, it holds 3 records, the 3 first Goatpenis EPs or demos. I think demo is more likely. There you go. Those are all 3. No, otherwise. Let's start at the beginning. We have demo 92, and it's called Death on, or Sabbath on Death. It's backwards, so I got confused. Goatpenis now is a black war metal band in the sense, or like Revenge, or like Conqueror, or like There's nothing on here to really, yeah, how can I say it? Like Revenge, like Conqueror, like Sarcophago is something, but that's their early material, more away from the war metal. Tetragrammaticide, so you know what I'm talking about, all that war metal stuff. These three, or maybe this first, is more the very early beginning, like I said, 92, which is a long time ago. It already says war noise black metal, but you don't hear it maybe here as much as it goes through the three demos and then ends up where they are now, which is a full war metal band. They released all through the decades, and they still have a release this year, a split, I think. But this is my first introduction to the band. I listened to it on the Bandcamp, and one track, I think the worst words on that thing, kind of, when I first heard it, I thought, oh, this is nothing for me, but it creeped into my head in some weird way, and then it got stuck, and then when I saw it, I just picked it up. So yeah, this is their 1992 Sabbath on Dead on Sabbath, I'm sorry. So yeah, a penis goat, or a goat penis. The back, very, very primitive, raw recordings, almost live sounding, yeah, very, very old school black metal. A band from Brazil, so South American, one of the bands maybe that influenced the guys I was talking about yesterday. Printed with some old flyers and stuff like that. The thing that caught my eye here is available now at Uncle Underground Productions, Jan Jansen, and there's a Boeghout, Belgium address. Now, I wasn't, in 2000 or in 1992, I was listening to Clouseau or something extra terrible, but yeah, it seems, and I've been looking into it, and Uncle Underground was one of the most legendary distros, especially for this region, but it seems it's global, because there is one message board that has some that has some mentioning of him. So I don't know if he's still around. It seems he is a big Elvis fan now, so not sure. One-sided 12-inch screen printed on the back, and this is a very nice or very well put together thing, because all the records are in separate sleeves. Yeah, it is really good. An offense to gods, only for true Satanists. I'm not sure if I'm a true Satanist. But yeah, I'm going to put that in later. The follow-up, I think, is this one. Yeah, this is 93, and this is Jesus Cowards. Jesus filleting, I guess, some other dude. The back, which has one of the best pictures of them, there is a live gig from them around this time. I'll try to remember and link it. You have to see it. They perform, yeah, like this. Intro, Napalm Kill, Necro Megatons, Jesus Coward, Zyklon B, Final Atomic Battle, and Outro Black Chaos. A step up is a stupid thing to say, but the production kind of ramps up on this one, and then on the last one it is almost a very good production. I love the imagery. They also are in the analog black metal. Also has a page dedicated to their demo material, because this was all on tape, of course, not on vinyl at the time. And once again, this has the Uncle Underground distro stamp on it. It seems that was a distro to pick those tapes up at the time. Wish I was conscious enough or grown up enough to been around for all those early days with him. Here we go. Glad Nuclear War Now is picking up these gems. Yeah, very cool screen printed. This is actually a very nice box, or yeah, a very nice set. Let's put that into. And then the last thing I'm going to show you is the Blast by War There 2004 demo, which has as an outro piece of this entire thing. This is more the sound that they are evolving to, the croaking and the raw, and yeah, sometimes chaotic black metal they play kinda evolves around in 2 years into a more of a pre-war metal maybe, or just war metal territory. Once again, the sleeve, Goatpenis Ave Sanatas. I can't read. Osculum infame Sabaut and Reclemarda, I think. Yeah, love this drum picture. One of my favorite by them. Cover. There you go. War, war, war. Barbaric sodomy, blessed by war, Jesus Coward, Master Blaster, Final Atomic Batter, and in Mundial War. So yeah, a Brazilian three-piece that kicks ass. There you go. Classic pictures. Yeah, and like I said, really glad I saw it come up, and then I just jumped on it. The back patch that is on here, their old logo patch. And then the vinyl for the third one is just a two-sider, so there is no screen print, but also white. There you go, with some camo labels. That's it. That was the last update for Iron Boneheads and Nuclear War Now, so a nice trilogy, yeah, for 2019 to end the year in style, I guess. Like I said, support those labels because they are, yeah, they are doing some really cool shit. They are unearthing some gems that are worth unearthing, like this one, for example, like the Syphilitic Vaginas, which I'm still rocking weekly. But yeah, Jesus, what great releases. So once more, the Goatpenis. Check it out. They are separately available too, and that is as good as having a claw back. That's about it. This is probably the last video of the year. I have some time, maybe, I'm not sure. We'll see when we have to go somewhere this week or not, if you catch my drift. So yeah, maybe there's time, maybe there will be one more video, and otherwise you'll see me in 2020 with the end of the year and the most anticipated lists. Guys, thank you very much. I'll thank everybody again in the last one or the last video, but for now, I'm out. Bye.